Why not?
These broken wings and learn to fly.
Oh.
You were only waiting for this moment to
dear.
arise.
How are ya?
I'm very, very good, Jamie. How are you? Just nursed my hangover and feeling pretty good now.
Yeah, my head is better now.
I
After
didn't
15
have any
cups of
headache.
coffee. Over here, like.
I could still feel it. Just
I think mine was more to do with fatigue than alcohol. That's my excuse.
a bottle of Coke and some bread, and I'm good.
Coffee, lots of coffee.
I hate coffee.
Coffee is the way to go.
Doesn't keep me awake, Ratton. Sometimes it keeps me a bit more focused, but that's it. Like,
Did you see the Paddy's Day parade?
Yeah.
I didn't see any of them. I thought, fuck.
It was so loud, man.
It didn't feel like even Paddy's Day. It just felt like a Sunday.
It was packed.
Was it?
We haven't seen a parade this big in ages.
I saw some clips that Lucy was showing me.
Yeah, I was videoing.
There was efforts made that were, I think, made it look better than I've seen in previous parades, where they had like there was a giant snake there or something. With,
there was a fish as well.
There was efforts made, and I think that it just needs to be more of that for it to be, because who wants to go out in the rain and see a fucking a parade of businesses? Do you know what I mean? That's shit.
There
I
were
want
a
to
lot
see
of
a little bit of art and craft get in there and fucking have it about.
There was
Paddy's Day
really
parade.
good art craft though. Like there was this primary school.
No, I'm just saying it was good to see. That's
Yeah.
all.
I saw it was like a fish. It looked like it was made out of tinfoil. It was huge and it was
I
all
saw that.
it was class. It was actually. I think I actually have a video of it.
But there's plenty of seeing some muppet fucking pop up saying, "Oh, the Irish now celebrate Paddy's Day," and then he was saying historical about stuff. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you cunt. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's every other country in the world. They don't. The governments do what the governments do, and the people are never happy about it. So what the fuck? Pick on the Irish on Paddy's Day. Go fuck yourself.
Do
you know what I mean?
What a way to end
love to meet that
nice
fucker.
speech.
Like. And you're thinking he's like the all-knowing whatever. Fucking dickhead. Fucking very brave. He's falling on the mountain somewhere.
You could start a religion, you know that?
There's too many of them now, as it is. Enough cults.
Oh my god.
So does it feel different being on the Blackbird as opposed to the art studio?
Yeah, this is better. See, I don't feel pressured about to think of artists that I don't even know.
Me too.
And there, Paolo Nutini was a good painter.
He's actually a musician.
I know, that's what I mean.
But
I'm
it's,
shit at art.
It's the whole point of calling it the art studio. It just made sense. It's in the art studio. And I was hoping that there'd be more artists coming in, photographers, maybe musicians. Do you know what I mean? But then the amount of people who are like, Jesus, I'm not doing that. The list dwindled rapidly. And then the people who came in then were great laugh. And it's like, fuck it, let's keep it more kind of a broader spectrum.
Exactly, definitely.
Anyone who comes in, let them talk about what the fuck they want. And it's fun. So I think
it's a real conversation. It's open to everything, you know? Well, no, not politics.
I just wanted to have the laugh. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want it to be work. And then the painting was kind of whispering all the while since it's been up there. And then when you think everywhere you go, you see crows. So
they're intelligent.
So conversation
they're very intelligent.
can go everywhere. So it's a weird analogy of sorts, but it makes sense to me.
They can talk.
Here, crows don't even. You've the crow, the jackdaw, and the raven. They're three very clever characters.
Their parrots are. I see some. I love. What's the name of that parrot? It's like a topical one. It's like red and it's got blue feathers and it's talking parrot.
Parrot?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
But they're lovely parrots. I had a fucking teddy one. That's I pressed.
My mother went through that fucking trip for a while. They had this huge bird cage out on the kind of where the front door area is.
Oh, I think I remember.
Between the front door of the house and the sliding door.
Was I alive?
The porch, I suppose you call it. I don't know. But they went to America to see Keith, and a bunch of birds just fucking dropped dead. And it was like, these are meant to be new. But we did replace them. I think there was 2 or 3 maybe, and we replaced them before they got home. Said nothing. I think it was only myself and Becky who might have known about it.
Did they ever find out?
Yeah, I told Mum.
Oh, that I was going to say.
She was going on about, I loved that bird from day one, and I'm like, which bird? She's buying what I do. I go, you never
know
had that
so
fucking bird. So I had to tell her. Can't be lying to my mammy, like.
I know that feeling.
She was laughing, but if she was there when it died, it'd be traumatic and shit. Well, it was months later, so it was okay. So he's there, he's breathing, he's noisy, he's okay.
Did they just chirp or did they say anything?
They're noisy, man. They're too noisy.
Mary has them.
I don't know, I mean, I just...
She has them to chirp.
Goldfish, having the sound of water in the house, or birds, I don't like. It just, I don't like it. Even though those...
My friend had
that the guys have,
the
the boys have those goldfish now, and I'm like, oh man, they don't have about cats and bunnies. I mean, look out the window, there's bunnies everywhere. Why do you want to put it in a cage? What? Why?
True.
Fucking be responsible for it. Look out the window! There he is! Fucking loads of them. And there's cats. There's 2 big fucking cats. They're, I don't know, does someone own them? Because they're around all the time. But they take care of business. They do. They're very good that way. See a dead rat there last week when I was doing the garden with Sebastian, and he said, "What's that, Daddy?" "Oh, that's no boot. Go over there to Mammy." And you get to shovel and fuck him into the ditch. But Jesus, it's a big fucking thing.
Cats are very intelligent, man. They can be dangerous.
If they were any bigger, we'd be dead.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Actually, there are big cats, and they're fucking. I have to say they're beautiful.
Tom Henry's cat is a fucking.
I love ginger cats, man.
Vicious.
They're supposed to be very intelligent.
What? Because of the colour of
not females. The females are moody as fuck.
Yeah, but they're probably
not
smarter.
No. They're still very intelligent. Did you ever hear of a story? It's in I think it was in England, or no, it was, yeah, England, and it's a street cat named Bob. He actually died recently. He's an addict and
cat.
No, your man. Sorry, that's my fault. Now, your man was an addict, and about him, and eventually he managed. Listen, okay. he managed to get emergency housing. He got, because he had a helper who was helping him out because he was on the streets homeless and an addict. So
and what did she do? Tidy up the street around him?
No, she got him a house and got him clean.
Alright.
But he was getting clean, and the cat obviously found him as a stray, and without the cat then he wouldn't have gotten fucking clean. It was just something all the time that could help him.
So that's like that Tom Hanks movie with the tennis ball or the baseball.
I don't know, but he died recently, and he
relapsed.
And he's on drugs again, sadly. But it was a movie. It's a true story. It's lovely.
Yeah, I don't go watching depressing movies and say they're lovely. I avoid them.
It's not depressing. Okay, not lovely. It was a.
Give me something with action or a good drama story or something.
It is drama.
But don't be giving me some fucking. He climbed very steep hill and died. It was very sad.
Oh, but Jesus, it's not like that.
That's what I see with most of the shit they're turning out. No wonder people are going watching these fucking comic book movies now.
Harry Potter was really bright and really dark. Do you ever notice that with the movies?
That was dark 10 minutes in. What are you talking about from the first one? Are you sure the kids should be watching this? It's like Nemo, that cartoon movie they watch. Nemo's mother gets fucking murdered and all his brothers are eaten in the first 10 minutes.
What about the Lion King?
What the fuck?
At least they're not watching Jaws.
It's like, what are they thinking? Who the fuck is thinking this is a good idea for children? Like, I get it, because you know all those fairy tales that you'd read to kids going to bed, like Hansel and Gretel, Red Riding Hood and all that. They've been kind of dumbed down now, but they were originally, stories like that were to reveal a danger and, you know, for you to be aware, to get into the psyche as early as you can. But you don't need fairy tales and shit like that. Look, the man will come and get you. That's all you need.
The boogeyman.
Well, the mother's one, your father, when he comes home,
creeps under the carpet.
You're dead. Oh shit! You'll be shitting it in for like your whole day's ruined. You're in fucking purgatory, and then you see him coming in and goes, "Fuck, we're so dead." Hey man, we're not dead. Then she'll have 10 minutes with him. Roll up the sleeves, run. The 80s, you'll never get it back. Thank God.
The funniest story you ever told me was Mrs. Joyce. She gave you that letter in front of the girl you liked.
God rest her soul, she was a legend.
Apparently she cooked really well.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Uh-oh. Bullshit corner. It's slipping. It's slipping. Please.
We're a bit low on bullshit today. The old hangovers are.
Well, I'm feeling very relaxed.
It's in the studio.
I like the curtain. The curtain makes it better.
Yeah. Well,
Imagine having...
I had to hide the eyesore that was the door that I glued shut.
That was such a real bad eyesore.
I know, it's good. It's just you can't have light when you're trying to video shit.
The
Even
room
with the
is
light
so
you
much
have
better.
here, because you have... I've been looking up on YouTube for videos for all these video guys who make... They'll be telling you about the light distortion.
Yeah.
Because I've only like one part of the room where the light is coming. So how can it be going bright and dark and the doors are shut and everything? Because you move, every time you move it affects everything. Bouncing light and shit. So I was like, I don't know what to tell you. That's just... But the new camera should sort it out.
I'm excited to see your new camera.
It's nice. It's nice, but I don't know. I'm just, again, it's like giving a monkey a fucking machine gun. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Lock and load, motherfucker.
I have people there, I'm sure, they're like, fix the sound, fix the fucking video. I'm like, I haven't a clue what I'm doing. I'm making this shit up as I go along, but it's so fucking what?
If you script shit and you go down to a T, you're going to be bored.
You need some structure, they say. I'm like, really? Hold my beer.
Where's the whiskey?
I mean, like, I think you find, like, I have to do a video there now on my painting experiment one, I call it, because Beastie was such a disaster. Because when I did the last recording, it was about Beastie.
What's Beastie?
Beastie's the huge painting that I had of the landscape with the horses.
Oh!
That wasn't working.
That you
6
had.
months of my life gone.
You bit of paint there in your hand. Red paint.
Yeah, that'll happen. But it was, it hurt like hell to fucking even... I was there for...
I'm loving this paint. I'm sorry.
Me too, so am I.
It's
But when I
really
came
good.
to work in that painting, I was like, I got twitchy. And I said, you know what I'll do? I'll record stuff and I'll do that later. I kept putting it off. I'll go build a fucking garden. I'll do that later.
That's why you did it. I was wondering where it came from.
Dude, there was 3 days I was putting it off. And I came in then and I was looking at it. It was like, you know it has to be done, but at the same time you're like, you don't want to do it. And you think you're definitely mental issues. But I was sitting here then, and the more I talk aloud to myself about it,
you go slowly mad. And
I was getting a bit depressed. And the way it was just... So I said, fuck this, get a knife, get a red colour, whatever colour I used, and I just tore into it. And then it was like, I have to do it as quickly as possible. I was there, it took me half an hour to cover the bastard. And because you've all these textures coming out that you want to hide anyway, because you want to totally get rid of it.
It's really big.
And the whole point was, when I was doing my abstracts back in the day, or even if I prep a canvas, and I'd just get the big, maybe a 2-inch, 3-inch brush, and I'd put a wash all over the canvas, and while that's drying, I might be sitting down just looking at it, thinking what I'm going to do. But while I'm looking at it, I can see in the shapes, the darks and the lights, you start seeing faces and characters, and you're like,
yeah,
some weird shit.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that when you made a really creepy fucking painting.
So I was so despondent from the failure of Beastie, I thought, fuck it, you know what? I'm not going to plan a goddamn thing. I'm going to do the whole knife thing and blend a few things, and then I'm going to look at it and I'll see what's coming through. And then I'm just going to highlight things, and I'm not going to think about structure, balance, or nothing. I'm going to wait till it's something and then try to tidy it up a bit and see what it looks like. Now, when I started it, when I had it covered and I look back on it later, like 20 minutes later, is that a fucking clown? It was like a clown with triangle features nearly.
Anything can pop out of it actually.
Yeah, it's a subconscious fucking what's the best way to explain it?
Brain works in really weird ways.
It's like a subconscious conduit. You're just an instrument, you know? And then you kind of, if you just be patient and don't try to project shit on it, you probably are projecting shit on it anyway, but you start seeing those things and like, fuck. So I was thinking there's a clown, and I was like, who likes clowns? But it was more like a Joker kind of clown. And then whatever move I made, I saw then like a profile of a head, a female. And then I could see breasts and stuff, and maybe shadowy shoulders, and I goes, right, don't bring too much, just highlight it and see what happens. And so far it's looking good. I'm very happy with it.
Good. So, I'm happy you're getting back with the abstract. I like your abstract work. Again, love, wouldn't say it's completely abstract, but the dancing lady.
Oh, the dancer. That's horrible. It's so horrible. It's so chunky.
I'd let you pay it back over, but I'd have to get it back, like.
It's so chunky. It's just so fucking... It was actually perfect, but then, you know, when you think it's not finished, when it is finished, and then you overwork it, and then it gets heavy, and then it loses its energy, and that is just like a statue waiting to fall over, in my eyes.
I like the butterfly one as well.
Butterflies were... See, that I only bring in these things from a symbology kind of aspect, and the butterflies are all about rebirth, regrowth, all of this stuff, and I was trying to implement that into ideas.
Yeah.
You're just experimenting all the time, like, but fuck it, you know. A lot of people were interested in buying the butterfly ones. I did a bunch. Everyone I did, they bought, like, someone bought them.
They're nice stuff.
But I don't want to be...
You can do anything with a butterfly
all
too.
No.
There's a load of different types as well. Like, do you remember the Only Fools and Horse episode where they were looking for the butterfly and it was like a zebra one and they were fucking...
It was a £50,000 or something.
Yeah, and they looked all... The whole episode just... yeah, Delboy just fucking...
Some show, Only Fools and Horses.
You'll never find a show like it. It's perfect. It's... every episode I enjoy. Like the one when the blonde one came in.
They've been nearly too afraid to make shows like that today, for whatever reason. It's like I was saying, you know, since you got me into this TikTok business, my eyes are like bags of sand after maybe 10 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I'll go and like, there's just a lot of shit there. A lot of shit. There's a few nuggets of lovely there, but there's a lot of shit there. So it's like, okay, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, fuck, what is this?
I don't know. Neither, I think.
But look, it's just another fucking hook in the water to put out your stuff, I suppose. If you look at it that way, if you use it as opposed to be used by it, like anything with the internet, I'm trying to get into a mindset where it's like, use it to your advantage and don't become a consumer of it.
Yeah.
Because there's two different people there.
Don't
you're
get
a
addicted
consumer
to
or you're the one who uses it for a consumer. So it's like, don't try not to be the consumer because you'll be just a fucking zombie. But look, there's some clever shit there. There's some clever people in the world doing some very clever things. But there's some...
A lot of people...
They have a dark fucking sense of humour, a lot of them.
I have a very dark sense of humour.
I was out there what there was... Now, you know when you wake up and you're having your first cup of coffee and you're looking for that quiet place? Especially my house. And it's like 6 a.m. That's where you get your quiet place for like 10 minutes if you're fucking lucky. So I'm like, okay, I'll have the coffee, I'll open the back door, let the rain hit you for a little bit. And then, okay, I'm ready for the internet now. I'm halfway through a cup of coffee. So I'll check out my emails and shit, and then I'll end up and go to YouTube. YouTube is my number one guy. But I ended up on TikTok then at one stage. And
how come you don't have a tablet?
One after the other, it's like, we're all fucked. The world is fucked. The money is gone. The banks are gone. Like, really? When did this happen?
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah,
and I'm flicking through and I'm like, good news, good news.
And it's all about a panic.
How to bake a cake. How to do this.
But the reason it's happening is because there are people who heard about one bank that was shutting down. They freaked the fuck out. They moved all their money to a different bank, and that bank foreclosed using a load of money on other people's money.
Somewhere in the middle of the frenzy that I was consuming, I just thought, whoa. What do you know about banking? Nothing. What do they know about banking? Probably nothing. Move on.
Liar.
So then what did I got? I went to my old reliable Freddie Mercury. It's a kind of magic. Put that on. I said, well, there I could hear them fucking moving about in the house.
I love that.
So I just put it over there, volume max, sat back, looked at the rain on my greenhouse. I just enjoyed one in the morning.
I honestly, that's exactly what I did a while ago.
It's kind of mad. It's a cool tune for start your day, man.
Radio Chaos.
Because you got to start thinking in your head, what do I need to do? Well, there's nothing on the menu to fuck off, make a menu immediately. Got to do X, Y, and Z and do it immediately. And then you're 3 o'clock in, it's 3 o'clock already? I'm fucking wrecked. It's cool, I like that.
Get shit done.
Yeah.
Blackbird fly.
Yes.
You should make that the intro. You should do it, man. It's so perfect, like.
It's a bit obvious, though, isn't it? I mean,
no, that's what you want. Like Blackbird fly. If Blackbird fly, it's perfect.
No, there's no need. It's self-explanatory.
I know, but it's a nice intro. Just say.
Look, everything is subject to change.
Nice change. Yeah.
I was saying it.
Did you? Oh, you didn't say
I
it.
must do.
Are you done? You're definitely done. So.
That's absolutely finished. Totally finished. It's been finished for weeks.
No,
But,
I'm not saying it looks great. Like.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking just get proactive again. You know, you have a little dip every now and then instead of beating your head up about it. You lazy. Did you ever get that? You probably don't.
Fuck you, cunt.
But I'm like, you're such a lazy
I do.
this, and you guilt trip yourself.
And that voice in the back of my head is actually your voice. It's just in
usually
my
I'm
fucking head
telling
now.
myself, get that voice and kill it. Shut the fuck up.
Grab
The
it,
body
shake it in
needs
the air,
to
say
be-
fuck you and throw it.
But you need a decompression period, especially because there was like, you know, the weather hadn't been great, and I got a few jobs there would finish rapidly because the weather was getting worse. So you're working in the weather kind of, and it was like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But you just fucking soldier on and did a few late days, did a long drive home in the wet kind of gear, and then it's like, well, I'll take tomorrow off. And just fucking lazy day. Tomorrow became 2 days, lazy days. And then because you get twitchy because you're lazy, you start researching shit. And then in the middle of the research, you're thinking, they're full of shit. Get rid of all of that. Because it's, in my head, I'm thinking, if I follow all... Because they all say the same kind of thing. Even if you... No matter what you're doing. If you're looking for shit like that, they're all kind of saying, do the same kind of thing. So I'm thinking, it's getting very uniformed. And fuck that. I don't want to be a boy band. I want to be a rock band. So
Rock
it's
is way
like,
better.
just figure it out as you're going. Keep doing what you're doing. You're not dependent on anything. It's just like your own little indulgence. And, you know, when you get there, you get there.
True that, ditto.
Fuck it. But I think people, there's not enough people, like I was saying earlier on with it. I don't know why people are so afraid to make a fool of themselves. Just do it.
Just gonna do it anyway. So just do it on camera so we can
There's
laugh.
no, I mean, I know folks who won't do, will it be on the internet, like, oh yeah, on the thing with the thing.
You know, you put your phone into the
And they
computer.
just kind of, you can see him looking for a coat. I gotta go. I got, fuck. I mean, you don't want, then on the opposite of that, you don't want these divas who are just like, you know, where's the camera? And they're talking shite, and it's all nearly, it's like they've written a script for themselves nearly, and you want that way. What you're looking for is a bit of real, even if it's absolute nonsense, if it's pure just drivel. But at the same time, once you start that, it gets out of the system and they kind of just get comfortable, forget everything, and then you're two people in a room talking.
Exactly.
And then, you know, stuff comes to the top and it's interesting. And it's nice to get a real human perspective. Especially I know it sounds like cliched and rehashed, but we're living in a funky time. There's a lot of crazy going on and a lot of
There's always
incompetence at
crazy
the
going
top. And it's, you know, there's a lot of fuckery about. And it needs to be... I'm not the one to address it. I'm not here to address it. Because what the fuck do I know about it? I know nothing about it. And I prefer to just have a laugh with people and or else talk about my paintings or other people's paintings. I'm not here to fucking be the judge of anything. Fuck that. You're the Russell Brands and Joe Rogans of the world for that.
Oh my god, why did we drink, Jeremy? Why did we do it to ourselves?
Well, I was a responsible individual. I drank very well. Some people didn't. Some people crashed very early.
Did you even drink? Oh, you did drink. It was good.
I enjoyed it.
It was good.
It's nice. I like that drink. The Tullamore Dew. Triple distilled. Nice. It means nothing to me.
I don't know what it means.
Okay.
Can
Can I drink it now? I should fucking...
Does it mean it's like a harsher hit or like a less harsher hit?
I think it's a lovely drink. Would you believe the first time I drank Tullamore Dew was when I was in Prague. We were just outside Prague in a weekend house, and our dad had it. Usually it's Jameson. He's mad for his Jameson, like. And he goes, Tullamore Dew? Well, that's the only English he has. Tullamore Dew? I guess. He'd no mixer, and I said, oh, this is gonna suck. But I was after a few beers at that stage, and it was just very enjoyable. You know, you can drink it and enjoy it instead of getting retarded. That'll come eventually.
That
2 o'clock in the morning, playing a guitar out of tune, sounding like a fucking battle cry. They shut up shop at about 10 o'clock, like. I'm 2 in the morning. La la la.
You're playing the guitar out of tune, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
What's your problem? Why aren't you clapping?
Come on, sing!
I'm fucking awesome at this stuff. And you're like, where's the guitar? No, fun times. I love the summer.
I can't wait for
I love the new goal in life is to fucking move away from the winter. Just live somewhere else in winter time where it's summer.
My goal is to fucking live every day like it's your last day and to just party the fuck on. It doesn't have to be a getting drunk or taking substances.
That sounds
party,
terribly
I
boring
want
to
to
me.
have fun. No, to me it's I want to
terribly
life of no
boring.
regrets, just fun.
Yeah, that's the first regret. No, it's just winters are fucking miserable. it's like a constant.
Sometimes
effort.
it's nice when it's like,
today's gonna be a good day. Shut the fuck up. Okay. And it's a Monday. Fuck. No, it's leaking ceilings. Shit.
I'm sorry, you probably already told me this, but where did you get the bullshit car on the side? I love it. I really love it. It's perfect.
David brought that back from somewhere.
That's perfect.
Like, it's nice.
Was it like made or was it?
That's just a trinket you get in one of those shops. For
Really?
tourists. Yeah.
That's savage. How long have you had it now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Shit happens in here, and sometimes it's like, who's in charge? I don't know.
That stand came in handy for something, so.
Yeah, the other one is over there somewhere.
You don't really need them anyway. These I had the exact same ones, man. They're really good.
Yeah, I just gotta put those plastic guys are a bastard to put on. It's there for hours arguing with it. Junior was messing with that yesterday.
Yeah, I can
see all the
that.
grimy hand fucking prints on it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tighten it so.
Doing his work experience.
See, this is what you want now, like. How you doing, baby boo? It's a shame you can't use them now, for fuck's sake.
It's gnawing at my brain.
It's like because people can see them, like, but like we have a good microphone now, but
you know what they say when it comes to you don't show people behind the curtain. For all they know, they're working, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, have you tried them out at all? Oh fuck, these controls are really handy. You've got the gain. You know what that's for?
Yeah, I know how to
really
work them.
Yeah.
These are keep fucking twisting shit till it sounds right.
These ones, yeah, that's what's good if you use the headphones.
Well, I need to use headphones.
If you want to hear, just to test out at the start, and don't have to wear them the whole episode, but like before you record, let's say, you'll be able to hear what the microphone's
I don't like that. I mean...
But what if you fuck up and it's really loud and you don't know, and you've recorded a whole episode and you know?
But you obviously do a few minutes through the laptop, don't you? And make sure that it's...
But that's what I'm saying, you wouldn't have to, all you need to do is plug the headphones in, and you'll hear whatever's coming through. And you could actually... You
sure you need to set them up once, no?
Yeah, you need to set... Like, all you have to do is, if you're sitting down now, and just before you start the episode, right, you see with the laptop's here, with the headphones on, plug them in here, talk away. Okay, that's what the laptop's here. Plug it out, that's perfect. Talk.
Yeah, but then you can mess with it when you're editing, can't you?
You can.
So...
And when you're hearing...
I thought I could do that with the cards.
Changing the settings you'd want the headphones on to hear what the differences, you know, because some of them is back and forth, right and left.
But that's like the picture. I mean, the picture could be perfect on your desktop when you're editing, but you don't know what other people are using to watch it.
Exactly, that's why you want the headphones in here and not the laptop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Look, it's like everything else. Fucking
a lot of people enjoy it.
Go.
I don't know, maybe it's just the sense you get when you can actually hear exactly what you sound like. Because you're actually, when you talk, there's a filter there, and it kind of distorts. It distorts what you hear from your, like my voice now.
Everyone's when you're hearing it back, you're like, I don't sound like that.
If you get your hands like that, and you speak, that's like, do that now, and it's way different. And what happens then is you block it.
Yeah.
You're out like that, and you can hear exactly what you're hearing.
Well, I have one super ear that's way out like this.
But like, do that now and talk, and you hear it's a totally different.
What are you talking about?
Just to see what I mean, then you take them away, and then you put them in. And
let's do the rest of it like this.
But like, that's what I mean by the headphones, you know, so you hear exactly.
I get it. I know they're important, you know, especially if you're doing stuff that people are hopefully going to listen to and give out. What the fuck are these knuckleheads talking about? Wasting my time. All we're doing is saying, listen, motherfucker, you're on your way to work you don't like, so just shut the fuck up and laugh a little.
Put on the radio.
If you're waiting at a bus stop or a train station and there's someone there looking terribly serious, just walk up and say, hey Frank, how you doing? And she'll say, who's Frank? You say, are you not Frank? I want to meet Frank here. Here's the envelope.
Oh my god. My brain was working for all this morning and all now, but right now it's just like, it's hitting a wall.
Yeah. But you gotta understand, it doesn't fucking matter. I was like that at the start. I was like, and you have all these explosions of panic in your head, like, say something.
I'm thinking must have talk louder, they can't hear the chairs.
But it's like, later on. Oh, I'm getting the swivel chairs.
Yes, I was going to say that you should get better chairs.
I hope they fit in there. Fuck. There, I was looking online there. There's a fucking nifty place down in Cork that sells all this office equipment. It's all second-hand stuff, but it's in great nick and a good price.
Would this work if it went that way? Just curious.
I don't know.
I just feel like it would be better. I don't know why. I'd probably still.
Well, I haven't. Look, this isn't the finished product. You know that.
Know. Could you imagine though, swivel chairs right across and did like?
Yeah, but you look like a fucking news anchor then. Hello. Hello.
And today on This Morning, Philip Schofield, thanks for joining us. Holly Willoughby. It's a very funny show, actually.
I'm happy I don't watch fucking TV.
But I don't watch.
The only thing I watch on TV is whatever I put on YouTube, and the only thing I watch other than that is whatever Lucy.
Do you ever watch the news sometimes?
Very
sometimes
seldom.
I watch it.
I can't. Even sports news I can't be watching because it's so. I just watch the game myself, right? And then you're watching the after game chit chat, and you're like, "Were you watching the same fucking game? There's no way I'm seeing what you're seeing." And I'm like, "There's no opinion." That's all they're doing. I don't want your fucking opinion. I want the facts that I witnessed myself, and now you're giving me this completely different version of events. Like, so after that, I kind of stopped watching the news because that's all.
Think about it. It's just their opinion.
They're giving you what they think that they want to talk about. Fuck you. Who are you? Like, get a podcast if you want to give your opinion.
They're just saying what they think you want to hear.
I don't want to hear none of their shit. That's all it is. Shit. Look,
shit.
I check headlines once a week, maybe, on I suppose all the big ones and some of the little ones that might come across. But to be honest, even when you see a headline worth reading, when you're reading about it, it's nothing to do with the headline. You're like, what the fuck? It's so frustrating to try to get news from a quality reporter. And now you find that all the real good journalists have got like podcasts and shit to do their job. Like, well, okay, I'm going to subscribe to him or her or whatever. But then again, I realised I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. All I know is I need to do what I do for my little patch, and fuck them.
Your own little bubble.
My own little bubble.
Jackson Pollock.
Yeah.
When did you get that book?
I've had
It's
that
a nice cover.
years, man.
I like that cover.
He's a crazy cracker.
Is that one of his?
Yeah.
Can the camera see that?
We'll get copyright now, thanks.
Sorry.
I had to get rid of 3 videos of copyright.
I don't want to break the spine.
One I think we were doing here over Sunday in the studio painting. And there was the radio was on. No, they're not.
No, because the way the pages are like, oh, it feels like a new
I
one.
take care of my books. See the big ones I have inside the house. They're like tombs. They're fucking huge, man. I didn't bring them in here though. They had to go back in there actually.
That's fucking trippy. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got a lot of dark shit there, you know.
Whenever I come here next, we're going to end up looking this.
Norman Rockwell is good. I love Norman Rockwell.
Norman, you were talking about him as well.
Yeah, he's very good. A guy actually in America reached out there with under one of the videos I put up on YouTube, and he sent me a video. He took the painting off the wall. He has a Norman Rockwell at home.
Oh, nice.
And he was.
Oh yeah.
So we had a bit of chit chat online over it. It was pretty cool, man. It was a cool thing to have.
It's great. Isn't it weird though? You know, you start off your YouTube channel and someone across the world is just texting you like, "Hey, Jackson Pollock, man."
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
But you see the way, you know, there's nothing truer than just do it. You're never going to be ready. You're never going to, because everyone becomes a perfectionist straight away.
He just reminds me of a guy I know. He makes videos online and he's viral. He just goes up to the camera and he's fucking ripped and he's like, go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym.
Yeah, I won't
and
do
you go fucking
that.
mental. Just Jesus.
But no, there's no truer word or expression. Just fucking do, because you find that when you start doing it, then you start realising what needs to be changed. And you're not going to, you can't, it's like when you're painting a painting. You can think of it all day long, but until you start painting it, and whatever way things happen, you know, you're interacting through space, through a surface, with fucking materials, and you don't know how they'll fall and how the light will hit them, and it might change your mind, change your plan, change your direction.
Change your whole life.
You have to be open to all these things. And you're not going to do it by sitting down thinking about it.
Without change, we're fucked.
You just got to get in and start mixing it. You know what I mean?
Change it all the time.
It's just very easy to get comfortable and lazy. It's so easy. And the human body, I think, is being, it seems like it's been conditioned to do just that.
No wonder we're all living so long.
Remote control. So
well, I suppose it's because we have so many comforts now, like, compared to when you were younger, like, you know, light the fire, don't just turn on the heating. You know?
But it's a state of mind.
Go out and get the wood. Click a button.
You have to make things difficult for yourself a little bit.
Go get the newspaper, click to the Wi-Fi. Like,
I find when I'm when I have my collection of lazy days, I'm like, well, this just won't do. I have to, you're looking outside, it's one of those dreary days. It's not raining, but it's not raining. It's like you're in a cloud.
Mm.
And if you walk to the gate and back, your face is soaked, that kind of a day, then you say, right,
chill the fuck out.
Go to the back of the van there and I'll get a shovel. Gone over to this part of the fucking property, going to start digging a hole.
You fucking psycho.
Why are you doing this? Because it's just to get that fucking body going. Do something productive. And by the time then, the light starts to go, and that's when you just start to wake up what you're doing. You're getting really into it. You're over the self-pity shit, and you're like, this is going to be great. Shit, it's getting there. And then you speed up, and then...
Come on, man, shovels.
Banging on the window. What the fuck are you doing? Get in. I'm just going to fucking finish this and get some stones and make this shit happen. You get up the next day and it looks horrible because you're doing it in the dark. You're like, I'll fix that at the weekend, you know what I mean?
And then you never fix it, it's just there.
So when you have those maybe 1 day, 2 days maximum, a month, where you just do fucking nothing. It's like, I remember there last weekend, I was out in the Grand Island digging holes like a loon, and it's looking good now, so it's okay, relax. You can relax and plan your next adventure. And then next thing you're in the book and you're writing shit, and you're like, what are you writing? I don't know. Gonna plan stuff.
You've ADHD, you know that, yeah?
No, I just have this fear of not having my shit done before my time runs out.
You're just...
There'll be days where I won't be able to pick up a hammer.
Is your brain on the go 24/7?
Yeah. Yours is... Well, yeah.
Mine is on the go 24/7.
Yours on pause.
Mine can pause, that's the fucking problem.
But mine has got a lovely relationship with the body. It's like, right, he thought of it, you said it out
I've learned
loud.
to enjoy myself, you know, I've learned to enjoy, like, being alone, because, like, before I had to be with someone all the time to just enjoy myself and have fun, but now I can relax.
You kidding me? I love being alone.
I love it.
I fucking love it.
And I'm talking to myself like fucking like it's a mirror in front of me. Like
it's nice waving them off. See you later.
Yeah.
And then you have you're kind of few hours
Put on record.
They're coming back. It's nice to see them coming back. Oh, okay. I should have done more.
For me, it's like, because now I have like home luxuries, I'm going to call them. I have, you know, a record player. I have a cassette deck. I'm really happy I got them, and I get to go out and I get to go buy some, you know, look at the records, test out new music.
I'm like a broken record when I say this, but it is all about getting balance. But I like to just be proactive as much as I possibly can. Like I said, I could be sitting down watching whatever Lucy wants to watch some evening, and I start to drift around the room, and I'm looking at paintings that I'm hanging up there thinking, is it really finished? And I start over-analysing it, and then I'm back, she's asking a question, I'm like lost. Because I wasn't following the show. Oh yeah, that was, jeez, that was very bad. What did you do that for? Back up to the paintings. So it's nearly like a guilt that when you had I had the time in the studio like 24/7 for years. And it's like I wasn't as productive as I should have been. And I didn't learn all my good and bad lessons in that time. And some of that gets into your head and you're like, you fucking lazy cunt. You should be doing more. And it's
good to have it, Jamie.
I'm not complaining. Because the way I see it is, you only live once. So try to do everything you want to do. And there's other things you'd like I'm waiting now to go kayaking. Because I keep having that moment in my head. Say, again, with the coffee in the morning and you're looking out the dreary fucking day. and you see the kayaks and they're all grimy and shit from the weather, and you're like, oh, suddenly it's like you're in the kayak and you're going down by the black water towards the viaduct.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And it's just a lovely tranquil buzz, and you're like, oh, but your shoulders are burnt.
Oh my god, it's a workout. It's
actually
a workout.
I'm looking for kayaks for Tom Henry at the moment.
I would get one, but I fucking know where to put it, like, at all. Like, I fucking like, have you seen my bedroom in Parnell?
No.
Smaller than this.
Sure, Abigail's one is here, which she's looking to sell. I'll probably try to buy it off her as soon as I get a chance. But there's a list of things before her and her kayak. Dave's kayaks are there, and our kayaks are there. There's plenty of room there for extra kayaks, like. So I keep saying it to all the lads, look, if you want to get into it, you can leave it at ours. Don't worry about it. But if you're not going to use it, it will be used. Because there's nothing better than firing off a text message, I want to go kayaking. Because it's something you want to share, you know what I mean?
I'd love to go down Barnard kayaking.
Even if you're in a group, there are moments in the course of that day where you're going to find yourself all by you. I mean, when I say all by you could be just ahead of them or just behind them. But you have that moment of yourself on the water, just taking it in, and it's lovely. And then you can engage with the crowd again. It's lovely.
Have you ever been? You most likely have, but do you only walk down Barnard, past Barnard, you go through it, you go through the fields,
and come out the road?
Yeah, I'm not that far now, but just you're in the last field now. You just left the last field, and you go a little further. And
before you get to the rock.
Are you on about the rock in the middle of the river?
Yeah.
That's what I'm on about. It's beautiful, man. Oh my god, summertime rock. The sun shining on the
avoid that
river.
Fucker when you're going down with the kayaks, because that'll slice them up, and that stone is up like that. Because I remember we used to be down there, we'd try to walk out there, and you get reefed like easily as fuck, man. Because the stone is all up like that, it's all sharp. But no, the last time we went down that way now, there was a fucking gang of us. I don't know. There was about 8 or 9 of us, maybe. Well, I 4, 5, 6, 7. There was 8 of us, yeah, because there was 8 boats. Because Linda's fella, Joseph, got into the boat. My God, it was the funniest thing I have ever fucking seen in my life. I think it was the first time I met him, and we were all in the boats. David was kind of doing what he was organising everything. I just looked at the situation. Sometimes you get a vibe with, sir, get in the fucking water as quick as you can and get away from this crowd, because something's going to give. So, because everyone's like, you know, Sarah and Gary were there. I think, you know, it was like the first time for a lot of people. And Joseph was there and he had to get into a boat. And I was like, I got my boat, got in the water. And I'm thinking, he's a big boy. And he's on there, he's having a good time. I said, yeah, this isn't going to go good. Because I'm looking at the boat. There's David's boat and there's his boat. Now, David's boat's a dinger. It would probably have suited him. But David's not letting him have his boat. And rightly so. He's got this fucking narrow thing. I mean, he just squeezed into it. He's a big boy. And I'm thinking, that is not what you want. And then he pushes off the key. And he's like, I don't know, did he get the paddle even in the water? And he stop. He flipped right over. And I'm like, he's splashing and splaying. And I just started laughing my whole off. And I was like, is he going to fucking drown here? And I was like, everyone was kind of, no one could maneuver properly. And I was like, I'm just going to slowly turn as if, because I'm like, I saw David, and David was like, oh fuck, I'm going to have to get in there and help this guy. And because he was stuck in the boat.
Oh fuck.
If the boat turns over, you can either shimmy it up with your hips and it'll come pop right back up, or else you just get the fuck out of there. But he couldn't do either of them. And he was just like, it just wasn't good, but it was the funniest fucking thing.
How much is it like this? You know, to stop you because I'm shit swimmer. Like, how much is it for
the jackets?
Yeah,
I get one for about 50 quid.
Oh, not too
but we've got spares because Lucy doesn't like the colour of hers.
Oh, stop!
So we have to get new ones because plus they're not really for kayaking because your kayak one you want it above where your back would be hitting the seat. So because
does it help with your back?
Like Dracula, mine keeps going up.
But does it help with your back? Because I know, like when I'm kayaking, like your fucking back is like fucking.
Just be conscious of your posture. You should always be conscious of your posture, you know? Keep your back straight and your shoulders fucking everything right. And once you get it, it's a beautiful way to spend the day, and it's great
especially
exercise.
in the summertime. It's like
because there was myself, David, and Oksana, and we went down. We left from the where's that?
Sub-Aqua?
The Sub-Aqua Club. We left from there and we went down by the viaduct.
I'd love to go there. Very nice bridge to river.
This was after a day's work and I was wrecked. And then I came home. There's David sitting down with a coffee and I was, is he? And then it's like, we go kayaking. My initial thought was, no. Because you're just thinking, I'm just going to relax because the body was in bits. And then I was sitting there and I was crying in my head. I just did not want to do it. And then I was like, okay, I'll do it. Because I find when I really don't want to do something like that, in that moment, I should do it and see what happens. And so we get there and we get in the boats and I'm kind of like feeling all achy and shit. But by the time we got under the motorway bridge, I was thinking, okay, I'm feeling this. But then I noticed that the current was a bit strong. I was like, we have to come back against this. So I said, just enjoy it while you're going with it. So we went down to the viaduct, went way past it. And I said, we're going to be killed in a fucking minute. So then we turned around and it was like, it was a slog. So then I got into my head, it was, fuck this, so I crashed into the bank, took a piss, rehydrated, got into the boat, and then it was my mission was to get ahead of them and stay ahead of them and just middle of the water and fucking tear into it. And by the time I got under the viaduct, I was bait. And then up to the bend, I said, right, I'm going to go into the bend strong and then just fucking hell for leather. And when I was coming back up to the Sub-Aqua Club, I was going in so fast, the boat went like 3/4 of the way up onto the ramp. And I fell out and bust my knuckle off the concrete thing.
Fuck!
And I was dying for a piss at that, but I was soaked because I was just fucking tearing into it. But when they were maybe a few minutes after me, and I was like pumped or whatever. But the energy I got off it was unbelievable. But I slept that night, I can tell you. When we got home, I was delighted I went. That's what I'm trying to say. No matter how lazy and tired and achy you are, when you just go and do it, great. And then you push yourself more and more.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, this is probably what I need. Just because my work, physical and all as it is, there's not much movement in the day. It's very stationary, so it was a nice kind of blow out the cobwebs shit. Yeah. And the next day at work, I was like Superman. I was fucking zipping all over the place. Got very progressive.
I remember when I went kayaking last, it was so funny because we went with a group and we went to, not the ocean now. Oh no, we went to the ocean, sorry. And it was so cool. But
the ocean's a different ball game.
It was fun. It was hard, but it was fun. And I was being a cunt because I was trying to knock everyone out of their boat. I was like, I don't like him. Good. But every time I went to do it, there was this fucker behind me, and he was just clunk, and I was fucking in the water, and it's fucking cold, salty, fucking shitty water.
No, you gotta be.
It wakes you up, and you're getting up. Then you're like,
see, the river for me, it's the safest.
It's
option.
Relaxing as well compared to the ocean.
You could totally relax. Because if you fall out of your boat and you're not a great swimmer, you don't have to swim the width of the river. Only half it or quarter of it.
But up by Barnard is a nice kayak as well.
Shall we went beyond...
Away from the fucking thing, obviously, the weird, but like...
We went beyond Ballyhooly. We were just outside Castleton Roach, actually, in the old Abbey. And we went through the Abbey, through the field, and there was this lovely little part of the river. We got in there and it took us forever and a day to get back to Vermoy. But it was a lovely day. And... when we went up to Dogs Bay, Jesus Christ, that was a different, because you're going out into the sea there, like. And David just kept going. I thought he was going to America. It's like, what the fuck? So then I had it in my head, like I said, it was like I could hear the Jaws mute. I was like, what the fuck? I don't need this right now. And I kept trying to think, where in Ireland? And then I get all these news flashes about fucking all these spottings of fish that shouldn't be in our waters over the last few years. Like, of course there's sharks around Ireland. I was like, of course there is. I'm paddling like a motherfucker, getting nowhere because I'm looking at a spot that's too far away and it's not moving. So I start looking to closer places so I can see no progress. Oh man, I got back to the beach like I was in a speedboat. But it was just...
I'd like one of them. I would never really afford, but like, you know, like to rent one like a speedboat and you can just go out into like the river.
No, I'm not. I don't know.
Or somewhere really big and open, like not the ocean, but like a really big place where you can bring your boat and you can get some drinks, you know, chill the fuck
A lake.
out. Yeah.
Sitting on the lake.
Yeah, little speaker, bit of a few drinks,
Fishing
a
rod.
cigar, fishing rod. I like fishing. Fishing's fun.
We went fishing off of, you know, the Mark Bar.
Really?
When
What? How?
Sinead and Neil had it, Neil will organise, because he's big into fishing and all that jazz. There was about 20 plus of the regulars. And we left the Mark Bar, went to the nightclub, met it back at the Mark Bar. It was already even that early. And so we're all stoshed. And we're going down to Cove. So we go down to Kennedy Pier and Cove, get on a 20-something foot boat. It sounded big in my head on the way down there, but when I got, were we all fitting that? Giving the life jackets, we got the crankiest fucking guy as a captain, bringing us out. He's got the sonar and shit to find out where the fish are. And it was just this big mist. And we were there for so long. I was with any minute now the Statue of Liberty is going to come out of this fucking mist. But on the way back, we were there for the whole day. We were fucked. Because even if it's not really sunny, your lips are falling off. You feel like you're sunburnt.
Yeah.
So I was just relaxing up at the nose. I don't know what you call it now, but up at the top.
Head, like.
With my fishing rod, I didn't give a fuck if I caught a fish. I was dehydrating like crazy. And on the way back in, then there was these orca, the killer whales. There was like a mom, a dad, and a baby, and I was shitting it. And Mike Walsh was there, and I never seen a guy actually go green. He was not good. Like he wasn't good all day.
Awesome. I never got sick.
Kipper gave us all these tablets to take at some point for seasickness, and I don't know, did Mike get one or did it not work for him? But he was green.
Kipper does that sometimes. He goes out on boat rides with people.
He's got the wheelchair thing.
Oh, imagine a lovely, nice casuals lake boat ride with Kipper. He'd be cooking a lovely barbecue there up in the
But when
boat.
we got back on the quay, actually, and I think it was Kennedy Pier, was it?
I don't know where that is, but
it's in Cove.
Oh yeah.
And we got a blast of fish out. We went up to the shops, got those, know, those tinfoil trays for barbecue, and we just cooked the fish right there. Now it was sat off, crossed the road to the pub, then had a few beers.
Oh, that sounds
beautiful, man.
nice.
And then back to the nightclub. Smell the fish.
Oh yeah.
Hey baby, how you doing? What the fuck is that? But no, there's loads of fun things to do if you just stay the fuck away from the internet. You know what I mean? We're all fucked. No, we're not. We're fine. Fuck off, you prick.
Live life. Stop getting your life
There's
caught
lots
up
of
with
kids to be
technology
had. Even with the kids, last summer we took the kids down the river on the boats. Junior was in my kayak. It won't happen this summer because they're too fucking big. They shoot up like a motherfucker, man.
That's good.
It was really cool. And it's trying to get them into everything. So then you're not restricted. Because before you think, we can't do that now because the kids, god damn it. But now you bring the kids with you, getting them into it, and it's cool. It's a good laugh. And there's usually a good gang of us there. And we're all practically family. There's family and extension of family. So it's all good. Like then, sure, last year we went back to Tom's place afterwards for the barbecue.
No, that was a nice barbecue.
It's a lovely day. There's going to be loads of them this summer, like.
If Tom has another barbecue, I'm gonna. Because when I was only there once, and it was the first time I met him. Instantly clicked, sound out guy. But if we went there again, I'd be way more comfortable. I'd be fucking full on, just chill out.
No, it's going.
Because I wasn't really sure, like what he'd be into, what he was like interested, what he did.
Tom is fucking.
He's so easy to talk to as well. Like it just flows out.
Yeah, Tom is. All the guys are A1. They really are.
That barbecue's good.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was really good. Who cooked?
I don't know. People were taking turns, I think. Joseph took over at one stage.
Yeah.
Because I got a burger and I thought, no, you're not. He didn't cook it. Right?
I can't wait for a barbecue now in the summer.
Because when he came here for Lucy's birthday, that year I should say, that was all my mother was doing, actually. I said it to my mother, what do you do for her birthday? Goes, I don't know.
For whose birthday?
Lucy's birthday.
Oh yeah.
That's a big deal. You got to make an effort like this. All right, I'll get her a cake. She said, leave it to me. This is what we're going to do.
The hand is perfect.
Next thing I know, there's a big marquee tent. And I'm meant to be hiding all this shit. And then we get a big fucking barbecue thing off of Tom. And then I have to try and run with Kipper that night. And yourself and John and Marianne.
We should do that again sometime.
I'm telling you, it's on. It's in the book.
We'll chill the fuck out.
It's in the book.
Have some Tricky.
And all the uncles then over there shooting fucking arrows at the target.
Yeah.
I was waiting for an accident.
Yeah, I was like, Jerry.
He was fucking good.
I know.
He's very
He was
good.
going full fucking tit like.
I was thinking, we're not going to get that off. He's bringing that home. But that's why I like having my old bows there, because they're good bows. But no one's going to use my
I'm never using a bow. I don't trust myself.
No, if you can pull my... I got two of them there now, and they're too strong for me, because I'm still trying to get my form. My form is shocking.
I'm not Indian, man.
No, but look, it's brilliant.
There.
It's a brilliant hobby.
I like it, but I wouldn't do it if you get me. But I do like it. Like it's a nice. I think it's a nice way.
Yeah, but it's not something you can just dip your toe in. You have to get it because
that's why
you could hurt yourself. Especially with those two. I've one there. It's a 50-pound ball, man. My God, I was like, the first time I was like to David, I thought you told me this is a good ball. They said it's the best ball, and next thing I let go and it just I hit myself in the face, and I got so angry. I just got the next round. I was like fucking Legolas. I was getting them no problem, but you have to be raging, and that's exhausting. So I was like getting my target, about 3 arrows, and I was fucked. I was like, I'm not using that bow. It's an ornament now.
Maybe that's why you're blading for that.
That's paint off of my new oil painting, which I'll be showing the folks soon, and they can say, I don't want to see your fucking painting, man. Shut the fuck up.
That's what I like. You're not finished yet, are you?
I only started that.
If that's the start,
I've only had 2 sittings with that painting.
What?
That's 2 sittings.
So
but I'm not
you
using...
got the fucking head perfect, like.
Well, I've been doing this for a while. I kind of know what I'm at.
I did.
And I'm using the knife. And you get great fucking action. And I'm not worried about detail. And when you're using the knife, fuck detail.
Detail doesn't
exist. You have enough detail for what you want. But if you get the brushes out and then the size diminishes and you're like, fuck that. I'm not that kind of guy. That's not my trip.
I like your paintings, but I love the way this one was going. Like, I would actually, if I would, I never.
You know why? Because the proportion is better.
I would buy a painting like that.
You wouldn't be able to afford one.
I know, but I would if it was like.
I can't afford.
If it was $1,000, I'd actually save and buy.
No,
because I like this kind of art.
Me too.
This is going to be.
But
worth
when
like
you're painting, when I'm painting that now, for example, my heart rate is up because of the physical activity.
Yeah.
You know, you can tear into it.
You're getting excited as well.
Well, it's just the rush of trying to get, and you're just, oh yeah, I gotta do that, oh I gotta do that. And then you're just fucking,
symphony.
You just fucking tear into it, it's great. You're there like, I'm fucked. And then she didn't make this smell in her paint. Oh yeah, I gotta open the door. Gotta leave the door open.